Burn your vision board. Yes, I said it. Take that 5-year plan you carefully wrote on a quiet Sunday night, fold it slowly, and let it go. Tear up the list of goals you've been repeating to yourself like a prayer. Because maybe, just maybe, they're not empowering you. Maybe they're exhausting you. Pause for a second. Breathe. How many times have you set a goal and felt that rush of excitement? That little spark of hope that says, "This is it. This time my life will change." And then what happens? A few weeks pass, life gets busy, something unexpected hits you, and suddenly that shining goal feels heavy, distant, almost mocking you. We've been told that success starts with a goal, that you need a clear destination on the horizon. But look at your life honestly. Has chasing that distant point made you powerful? Or has it made you anxious? Has it given you control, or made you dependent on an outcome you can't predict? There was a man, misunderstood by many, who looked at the world differently. Niccolò Machiavelli. He didn't rely on hope. He didn't depend on perfect outcomes. He studied power. He studied reality. And he understood something most of us avoid. The world is unpredictable. Life does not bend to your neatly written plans. Machiavelli spoke of fortuna, fortune, fate, the wild river of chaos that can rise at any moment. And here's the truth that might sting a little. If your entire identity is built on a goal that lives in the future, then one unexpected flood can wash you away. Think about it. When you say, "I will be happy when I get that promotion, when I lose that weight, when I earn that money," you are placing your worth in a moment that hasn't arrived. You begin living in the not yet. And when you live in the not yet, you feel empty in the now. But what if the problem isn't your effort? What if the problem is the way you're thinking? A goal is often just a wish disguised as a plan. It focuses on an outcome, and outcomes are fragile. You can work hard and still lose. You can do everything right and still face rejection. When the goal collapses, your confidence collapses with it. Machiavelli suggested something colder, sharper, more powerful. Instead of obsessing over goals, focus on positioning. Instead of saying, "I want to be rich," say, "I will place myself where money flows. I will learn skills that make me valuable. I will become someone opportunities seek." Feel the difference. One is a hope. The other is a transformation. When you shift from chasing outcomes to building systems, you stop begging the future to reward you. You start shaping the present to strengthen you. You focus on skill, leverage, adaptability, things you can control. Ask yourself honestly, why do you set goals? Often it's because you're dissatisfied, you're in pain, you want to escape your current reality. So you create a beautiful picture of the future to soothe yourself. The goal becomes a painkiller. But painkillers don't solve the root problem. If you fixate on the mountain peak, you might not notice the cliff right in front of you. When you fail to reach that peak, you don't just feel disappointed, you feel like a failure. Why? Because you tied your identity to an outcome. Now imagine a different approach. You wake up each day, and instead of asking, "Am I closer to my goal?" you ask, "Am I stronger than yesterday? Am I more skilled, more disciplined, more strategic?" That question gives you power. Another trap we fall into is announcing our ambitions. We tell everyone, "I'm starting a business. I'm going to transform my body. I'm working on something big." And in that moment, your brain rewards you. You feel accomplished before you've done the work. Machiavelli compared leadership to being both a lion and a fox, strong, but also cunning. Sometimes silence is strength. When you speak too soon, you leak energy. When you move quietly, you conserve it. Imagine building something powerful in the dark. No applause, no validation, just steady, focused execution. And one day, the results speak so loudly you don't have to. Life will test you. It always does. You might lose your job. A relationship might end. The market might crash. If your entire confidence depends on a specific goal, you crumble. But if your identity is built on adaptability, you pivot. You say, "The terrain has changed. Time to adjust my strategy." The event is the same. The reaction is different. This is the essence of resilience. When chaos becomes fuel instead of an excuse, there's a powerful idea here. Discipline creates freedom. That sounds like a paradox, doesn't it? But think about it. When you can command yourself to wake up early, to train when you don't feel like it, to work when no one is watching, you become dangerous in the best possible way. You stop relying on motivation. You act because it's necessary. We often hear that we should always be gentle with ourselves. And yes, rest matters, recovery matters. But constant comfort? That breeds weakness. If you always negotiate with your impulses, they will rule you. Machiavelli once asked whether it's better to be loved or feared. He suggested it is safer to be feared than loved if you cannot have both. Now apply that inward. Do you respect your own standards? Or do you break promises to yourself and shrug it off? Every time you break a promise to yourself, your self-trust weakens. Every time you keep one, even a small one, your self-trust grows. And self-trust is more powerful than any external validation. So if we let go of rigid goals, what replaces them? 3 things: positioning, leverage, adaptability. Positioning means placing yourself in environments where success is natural. If you want to grow, surround yourself with growth. If you want financial intelligence, study markets, connect with people who understand money, learn the language of value. Leverage means working smarter, using tools, networks, and systems so your effort multiplies. Instead of grinding endlessly, ask, how can this action create the biggest impact? Adaptability means reading reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. If one door closes, look for another entrance. If the strategy fails, adjust it. You cannot fail if you are always adapting. You can only be delayed. And delay is not defeat. When you adopt this mindset, something changes in your presence. You no longer look desperate for results. You look grounded, calm, focused. You're not chasing, you're building. You stop living for a future fantasy and start mastering the present moment. Every action becomes intentional. Every setback becomes information. Every day becomes training. This path isn't flashy. It's not glamorous. It requires patience. It requires silence. It requires facing your weaknesses without excuses. But here's the reward. When you no longer depend on a specific outcome for your happiness, you become steady. When you no longer announce your dreams but quietly build them, you become powerful. When you no longer fear chaos but prepare for it, you become resilient. So maybe don't burn your dreams, but burn the illusion that a single goal will save you. You don't need saving. You need strengthening. Start today. Not with a grand declaration, not with a dramatic post online, just with one decision, one disciplined action, one system that makes you slightly better than yesterday. And tomorrow, repeat it. Because in the end, it's not the goal that transforms you. It's the person you become while building. If this message stirred something inside you, don't ignore it. That discomfort you felt, that quiet voice telling you to step up. That's growth knocking at your door. Real change doesn't come from hype. It comes from small, disciplined decisions made when no one is watching. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need permission. You just need the courage to act today. Remember, this journey isn't about becoming someone else. It's about unlocking the strength that's already within you. Stay patient, stay sharp, and most importantly, stay consistent. The world belongs to those who build quietly and move with intention. If this video gave you value, take a second to like it so more people can see this message, and subscribe to the channel to join a community that's focused on growth, discipline, and real power. Your transformation starts now.